Hello and welcome to yet another Christmas Daily Devotion with Pastor Andrew. That's me. December 29th, even closer to the new year, right? Here's our picture for the day. We had all these what I want to call modern pictures that maybe we could find, and today a painting of everyone gathered around Jesus. Yes, that looks like, yes, the manger scene, right? The only problem is everyone's blonde. um, Luke 2:15-16. And now when the angels had left them, the shepherds, and gone into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let us go now to Bethlehem and see this thing that is taking place." I always love those words. We'll see this thing that is taking place. I really want to go back and check out the Greek on that. Anyway, we'll go to Bethlehem and see this thing that is taking place, which the Lord has made known to us. So they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the child lying in a manger. Our words to ponder today once again come from a Christmas hymn. Perhaps you've heard of it. Angels we have heard on high. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be which inspire your heavenly song? Yes, interesting. Our theme, Jubilant Shepherds. I can't remember. I think it was maybe one of these devotions. Everything's just kind of jumbled together in my head. But it was, were the shepherds jubilant and happy? Or were they fearful? I think that was actually the other day. The fear, right? The fear the shepherds felt. Was it the excitement fear, the happy fear, the fear that you have, and then it's like, oh, like a roller coaster? Or was it a fear of, oh, what's happening? Right? But today, they're saying they're jubilant. Staying with the sheep was the whole point. If the flocks didn't need watching, the shepherds could have slept in their own warm beds rather than keep awake in chilly fields. Yet in the afterglow of the angels, the shepherds wasted no time. They left their fields and hurried off to see for themselves the miraculous event that had taken place. Or the thing, right? Were the sheep left to graze alone? Oh, see? Or did the shepherds bring the whole buying and bleeding cacophony with them, awakening sleepy neighbors who asked, "Shepherds, why this jubilee?" Interesting to think about that. We must go see this thing that has happened. Now gather all 100 of sheep, and let's go. In the scriptures, Jubilee is no ordinary celebration. It is the year of the Lord's favor, an extraordinary time of freedom, homecoming, and forgiveness of debts. Yes, the year of Jubilee. I think it's every 50th year, everything's forgiven. Anyone that is a servant, slave, this is their year to be freed. All debts forgiven. Interesting. We can think of a jubilee as a wonderful interruption of business as usual by something important enough to overtake everything else, like the end of a war or the birth of a child. That Christmas night, the hymn imagines jubilation came not only from the angels with their cascading glorias, but also from the shepherds themselves, singing joyous strains of heavenly song on the way to meet the child who would grow up to announce the year of the Lord's favor. What was I going to say? I just think it's great. My family doesn't, but wouldn't it be great if people just broke out in song all the time? How different the world would be. Not only do you have these shepherds that may or may not have brought their sheep, but now they're walking around or they're going to see this thing that has taken place and they're singing. I love it. Let's close in prayer. God of Jubilee, awaken us to your presence in the world so that we might embrace your gospel with jubilation. Amen. Yes, in the midst of things, what comes to mind for me, earthly things, heavenly things, this thing that has taken place. Can I say that anymore? There's hope, always hope. There's always jubilation, I imagine, to be found because of what God did. Sometimes it's hard to find, but it is in there. And again, connections to everything else. This is where perhaps another place that God, Christ, comes to us and speaks through the unexpected. All right, well, we're almost done with this year, and that's so exciting because a new year begins, and soon an epiphany comes upon us, this wonderful celebration of newness yet again. So until tomorrow, God bless.